Welcome to Sportsnite. Today I am joined with swimmer and diver Sierra Scmidt and Allie Klein. Sierra is a distance swimmer in her junior year here at Michigan, and Allie Klein is a sophomore diver both for the Michigan women's varsity swimming team. First of all, thank you ladies so much for coming out today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's a privilege to have athletes on our show, so again, we cannot thank you enough. But I want to start off by saying Michigan's women's swimming team and diving team has quite a legacy here at the University of Michigan, having so many NCAA championship visits and victories. So what's it like competing for this university? Like, what made you decide that this university was the one that you guys wanted to swim at?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, the team aspect was really, really important, you know, not just for swimming and diving, but for the whole athletics community. We really bond and we're really close, and we really value that team aspect of having relationships with your teammates and being close, and that's what brought me here.
Yeah, and for you, Allie?
I think it comes down to being a part of something bigger than yourself, and obviously there's been thousands and thousands of people come and swim for this university, dive for the university. So it's really awesome. It's really exciting to be part of something so special.
Yeah, and again, congratulations you both for getting accepted to the University Varsity Swimming Program, because it is so selective and such, you know, a rigorous sport here. But congratulations. So I want to dive into Sierra. Since you are a junior, you've been with the team for 3 years now. What's it like being an upperclassman and more of a person who's looked at to be a leader?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, obviously there's quite a bit of pressure because especially when you're an underclassman, you're, you know, taking your cues from the upperclassmen and learning from them. And so, you know, having this first year of being more of a leader is a little bit scary, but I've been really lucky to have some really great underclassmen. I have Caitlin Sims and Octavia Lau, who are my fellow distance swimmers, as well as a ton of other swimmers that are in the distance group. And they've been great and really understanding of, you know, when I make a mistake, you know,
Everyone makes mistakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've been really lucky to have them by my side and helping me out through this.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, you swim a couple events for the University of Michigan, including the 1,650-yard freestyle. Me saying that number aloud, I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot. So what is your favorite event? I mean, give or take, I would never be in the pool being able to swim distance like you do, so good for you. But what is your favorite one?
I think for college swimming, it would probably be the 500.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's short enough that, you know, you don't have, your focus is a little more consistent than in the mile. You know, it's always difficult swimming for about 16 minutes and keeping your focus. But
Yeah.
it is very long. But, you know, like I've been swimming since I was little, and so you get used to the
Yeah, the pressure and the intensity of how long it is.
Yeah, you know, you start singing songs and observing what's out on deck.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, for me, this past NCAAs was the first time I made top 8.
Sweet. Congratulations.
Thank you. And, you know, it was a really special moment for not just me, but for the team, and watching the team getting really excited, even at the end of a 16-minute swim, is something really special that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and you've also swam for the U.S. national team for 3 years in a row. Another congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So what's the difference between that type of competing and then this type of competing in the NCAA? Is there even a difference, or?
For me, there's not much of a difference, just because a lot of the competitors that I race against in the NCAA are also at international competitions. But I always think it's really exciting, you know, because especially with the other Americans, it's really fun because, you know, we'll compete both for our university, but then if we're lucky enough to make an international team, we get to compete for our country. And a lot of the things that I've learned through college swimming have, transferred over into international swimming. And, I've met a lot of amazing people through both.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, both are a great opportunity to continue your success with swimming. So I guess now moving on to you, Allie. You're a sophomore and you're from Melbourne, Australia. What was it like coming all the way to Ann Arbor to compete in diving?
I mean, yes, for sure. It's a long way away. But yeah, it's so much fun. I really do love it here. There's so many aspects that, in terms of like school and study, that is so different from home. I suppose you either get one or the other. Being at home, you either are a full-time athlete or you're a full-time student. So there's really not much of a balance that you can have. So coming over here was an awesome opportunity, and yeah, I'm super lucky to be here.
Yeah, and so as you are a diver, so you're part of the diving team, that is like a smaller community, that part of the whole community.
Yeah.
What's it like being, such a minimum number, but still being part of that bigger team?
Yeah, I mean, Sierra and I were talking about it before. It's so much fun being part of the swim team. Obviously, diving is very small, so we are very lucky to have a bigger group of people to be connected to us, and lots of fun. Like, far out, we have some good laughs in the locker rooms, on deck, all that sort of stuff. So it's awesome being part of a big team.
Yeah, and then kind of going off of comparing the U.S. Nationals to your experiences, how did you first get interested in competing in diving at this American university?
So my coach back home was an American, now an Australian, but Australian citizen, but he sort of put the idea in my mind a few years ago, as he was a coach of Wisconsin a few years ago. So,
you kind of betrayed coming to the University of Michigan, but hey, whoops, what you going to do about that?
Yeah,
Nothing you really can do.
His wife did go to the University of Michigan, so I suppose there's a little connection there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he put the idea in my mind, and well, have you ever thought of that? Get out of home. Like, I am quite an adventurous person, and I like, traveling and getting out and doing that sort of stuff. So it seemed almost the perfect place for me to be, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, balancing school and diving. I've obviously, I have a passion for academics and school and things like that. So being able to do both is great.
And then just congratulating both of you guys on your accomplishments academically. You've both been the academic athlete achievement recipients. What is it like balancing being an athlete and a student at the same time?
Hard.
I think
Difficult.
Yes.
I think a lot of people forget that the athletes are students as well. I mean, looking deeper into sports like basketball and football and hockey and things like that, there is a lot of pressure on those athletes, as there is on us as well. But I suppose they're viewed on such a large scale that it's a different kind of pressure, and I think people do forget sometimes that we are balancing a lot of school as well as our chosen sports. But for me, I love being busy. I love having to run around all day.
Who wants to just sit around all day watching Netflix? Not me.
No, and I think you get a really good experience by being an athlete and being a student. For us, eventually sports will be over and we'll have to move on with our lives. And I do think that Michigan, especially on our team, we really put a high emphasis on academics and planning for the future. And I think that even makes you enjoy the present even more, as you're preparing for the future. You spend as much time as you can with your teammates and even with people within the academic community. You just try to enjoy as as much as you can, because 4 years goes by really fast.
Yeah, I know. You were saying as we're both juniors, but I guess that's all my questions I have here today. Thank you so much for coming out to Sports Night, and good luck as you guys continue your season. It goes all the way through March, so you still have a while to go, and continue pushing, you guys. Keep up the good work academically and athletically.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful Sports Night.